Welcome to Film Pulse Movies. Today, we'll dive into the story of this movie and also take a look at the cast and crew who worked on it. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update. Now, let's get into the video. Imagine going on your dream vacation and suddenly being accused of murder. That's exactly what happens in Murder Mystery, where an ordinary couple gets trapped in a deadly game of lies, betrayals, and shocking twists. Nick Spitz, a New York police officer. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and make sure to like and share as well. Now, let's continue with the video. Sir and his wife Audrey, a hairdresser, finally decide to take their long-awaited trip to Europe. Audrey dreams of romance, and Nick just wants to prove himself as a good husband. On the plane, they meet the charming billionaire Charles Cavendish, who invites them to join his luxurious family yacht party on the yacht. The couple finds themselves surrounded by the ultra-rich and powerful. But the glamour quickly fades when Cavendish's wealthy uncle, Malcolm Quince, announces he is leaving his entire fortune to his fiancée. Before anyone can react, the lights go out, and Quince is found murdered. Chaos erupts as every guest becomes a suspect. The Spitz couple, being outsiders, are quickly accused of the crime. Now, Nick and Audrey must run from the police while trying to prove their innocence. With no detective skills beyond Nick's police training and Audrey's love for mystery novels, they stumble into hilarious yet dangerous situations. As more murders follow, the truth becomes harder to uncover. Every suspect hides a dark motive: greed, jealousy, or revenge. From high-speed chases across Monaco to close calls with professional killers, the Spitzies turn their vacation into a thrilling roller coaster. In the end, the couple pieces the puzzle together, exposing the real mastermind behind the killings. Their mix of luck, quick thinking, and teamwork saves the day. What started as a dream holiday turns into a deadly adventure that strengthens their bond as husband and wife, a vacation in Europe, a billionaire's yacht, and a shocking murder. What was supposed to be a romantic getaway for a couple turns into a dangerous chase across glamorous cities. This is the thrilling and hilarious story of Murder Mystery. Nick Spitz is a New York police officer who feels stuck in his career, while his wife Audrey, a hairdresser, dreams of excitement. For their 15th anniversary, they finally go on a long-promised trip to Europe. On the flight, they meet the wealthy Charles Cavendish, who invites them to join his uncle's grand family gathering on a luxurious yacht. Tempted by the chance to live like royalty, the couple accepts on board the yacht. The Spitz couple enters a world of billionaires, celebrities, and heirs. Malcolm Quince, the super-rich uncle of Charles, announces during a dinner that he will leave his entire fortune to his fiancée. This sparks anger and jealousy among everyone present, because each guest expected a share of his wealth. The atmosphere grows tense, and everyone seems to have a motive for murder. Suddenly, the lights go out. When they return, Malcolm Quince is lying dead with a knife in his chest. Panic spreads across the yacht. The police arrive, but instead of finding the killer, suspicion falls on Nick and Audrey, because they are outsiders with no alibi. Their dream vacation instantly turns into a nightmare, as they are hunted as the prime suspects. Nick and Audrey must escape while trying to prove their innocence. They use Nick's limited police training and Audrey's passion for detective novels to investigate the real killer. Their clumsy but clever teamwork takes them through thrilling chases. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and make sure to like and share as well. Now, let's continue with the video. In Monaco, fancy hotels, and even a Formula One car race. Everywhere they go, another murder happens, raising the stakes higher. Charles Cavendish, the nephew, wanted revenge because he hated his uncle's new fiancée. The glamorous actress Grace Ballard seemed desperate for money. The Colonel, Maharaja, and others all had secrets that could make them killers. With each new clue, the couple gets closer to the truth, but also closer to danger. In a classic Agatha Christie-style twist, Nick and Audrey finally gather all the suspects and piece together the mystery. They expose the real mastermind behind the murders, shocking everyone. What looked like a simple inheritance fight turns out to be a carefully planned scheme fueled by greed and betrayal. Cleared of suspicion, the Spitz couple not only survives but also rediscovers their love and teamwork. What began as a romantic anniversary trip became a wild, action-packed adventure that changed their lives forever. They may not be rich like the people on the yacht, but they walk away with something more valuable: trust, love, and an unforgettable story. What if your anniversary trip turned into a nightmare? What if you were framed for murder, chased by the police, and surrounded by killers, while trying to survive in glamorous Europe? This is the crazy, thrilling, and hilarious journey of murder mystery. Nick Spitz, a New York police officer, struggles with his job and has failed the detective exam multiple times. His wife Audrey, a hairdresser and lover of murder mystery novels, constantly dreams of adventure. For their 15th anniversary, Nick surprises Audrey with a long-promised trip to Europe. She imagines romance, castles, and candlelight dinners, but fate has a very different plan on the flight. They meet the charming billionaire Charles Cavendish, who instantly takes a liking to Audrey. When he learns they're tourists, he invites them to his Uncle Malcolm Quince's private yacht. Audrey is thrilled at the chance to live her book-like fantasy, and Nick reluctantly agrees. Suddenly, they are surrounded by billionaires, celebrities, and heirs. Dinner, Malcolm Quince, the aging billionaire, shocks everyone. Instead of dividing his wealth, he announces that his entire fortune will go to his young fiancée, Susie Nakamura. This enrages the family members and guests. Charles feels betrayed. Grace Ballard, a glamorous actress, looks worried, and others show their greed openly. Before anyone can react further, the lights go out. When the lights return, Malcolm Quince lies dead with a knife in his chest. Panic spreads like wildfire. Since everyone on the yacht wanted his fortune, every guest becomes a suspect. The police are called, but instead of carefully investigating, they immediately suspect Nick and Audrey.
Why?
Because they are outsiders, they have no alibi, and they seem too ordinary to be trusted. Nick and Audrey suddenly find themselves accused of a murder they didn't commit. The couple flees, beginning a wild chase through the streets of Europe. From luxury hotels to racing through Monaco, they use every trick to survive. Audrey relies on her love for detective novels to guide them, while Nick depends on his basic police instincts. Together, they make a clumsy but surprisingly smart team. As the investigation continues, more people are killed. The inheritance drama deepens, and the Spitz couple realizes that the murderer is eliminating witnesses one by one. Charles Cavendish seems bitter and vengeful. Grace Ballard hides financial troubles. The Maharaja enjoys the chaos but hides secrets. Even the colonel and the race car driver Juan Carlos appear suspicious. Everyone has a reason to kill. The chase takes them into high-speed car races, dramatic shootouts, and laugh-out-loud moments as they try to act like real detectives. Despite their constant arguing, Nick and Audrey's teamwork begins to shine. They discover hidden motives, expose lies, and connect the dots that everyone else misses.